If you found yourself not quite fitting into the natural order of things, then you're not alone. There are many males who find that their personality type or way of doing things don't fit into the traditional norm of how modern society is set up. If you feel like you're hard to understand or people don't recognise your way of doing things, you often clash with others or simply feel quite often that something isn't right in the world, then you could be a Sigma male. We've all commonly heard of alpha males who are typically characterised as being aggressive, loud, outgoing and gregarious, often preferring social situations where they can display themselves, being in large gatherings and interacting with many people without breaking a sweat. We've also heard of other stereotypical people typings such as beta males who tend to follow the lead of alpha types, are more submissive and quiet in nature, even introverted in most cases, and tend to lack more ambitious character typing than traditional alpha male types. And then for some people, there is the Sigma male, who seemingly blends elements of the two to create a fiercely individual and driven archetype of the modern man. Sigma males are typified as having elements of the alpha male character, drive and ambition, along with extreme levels of competence, whilst remaining more introverted, not needing the validation of others to find worth in themselves, and preferring to spend a lot of their time alone, often seeing spending large amounts of time with others as either unnecessary, a waste of time, or simply too messy and complicated socially to be worthwhile. Sigma males are often described as lone wolves, preferring to spend some time up by themselves and sharpen and hone their ambitions. Whilst they do spend a large amount of time alone, this is not a display of weakness, but rather a validation of self-sufficiency and strength, honing a self-worth and competence which can lead to success in many different areas of life, including with career success and of course with women. Sigma males are often desired by women because of their fierce independence and lack of a desire to be validated by others, meaning that they are seen as incredibly high value. Women are used to men bending over backwards to meet their approval, but Sigma men will often challenge women extensively with their lack of forthcomingness for relationships, and are wholly more desirable for it. The elusiveness of a Sigma man only makes them more appealing and desirable, and even when a Sigma male gets into a relationship with a woman, his continued focus on himself through his work, along with a lack of clinginess or need for approval, will likely keep her interested as well. One of the key personality traits of a Sigma male is that they are unstoppable. This is usually a key cornerstone of the Sigma male archetype, and this characterizes their success wholeheartedly. Being unstoppable means that Sigmas will stop at nothing to achieve their goals, and if you stand in the way of a Sigma, they'll likely fire away and around you or through you before long. The self-reliance and commitment to excellence of the Sigma will likely lead them up against many challenges in life, as they only answer to themselves, and this can lead them into difficulties challenging the status quo in work, social settings or life in general. But this makes them adept problem solvers, and more capable than perhaps those who only seek to maintain peace and order. Because of their continued self-improvement, they become very adept at overcoming obstacles in life, and because of this, their competence can lead to them becoming unstoppable forces of nature types, who constantly find ways to keep striving forward regardless of what stands in their way. Because of their lack of reliance on others and extended periods of alone time in the world, Sigma males have a strong grasp of their own personal identity, and this extends to how they portray themselves in the world. They spend a lot of their time reflecting on themselves and how to constantly improve over time in all areas of their life. Because they don't live their life through the lens of other people, in social situations or validation of outside parties, they believe in themselves completely and know that they are the solely responsible for their place in the world. Because of this extreme level of self-belief, this also makes them very proficient as well as appealing to the opposite sex. Self-belief comes from a place of confidence, and self-affirmation is a display of high-value behaviour that others often respond to very positively. Sigma males are highly logical beings who analyse everything that they do and others with sometimes brutal efficiency. Their ability to delve deeper into situations and problems is another reason why they are usually so formidable as people. Because they tend to live outside the bounds of standard society, they can face many challenges as they push the envelope, often for change. Their discerning mind can often be the main catalyst for this, leading them to form conclusions that others haven't even thought of. Because of this, they solve problems with great efficiency and see many challenges of life as a problem that can be solved with a logical mind. This is often the case as they have spent their entire lives overcoming hurdle after hurdle thrown at them from the conventional world that they do not subscribe to. Because of this, they've developed an extremely keen mind that can quickly evaluate the best course of future action. Sigma males are so used to adversity in life that they actually relish the challenge of new obstacles in their path and see them as nothing more than a nuisance that they often can overcome with formidable nature and work ethic that they have developed. If you find yourself failing over and over again but refusing to give up, or thriving under pressure, you could be showing one of these key Sigma male archetypes, which is an ability to thrive under pressure and continue to strive no matter what the circumstances are. This formidable nature is another reason others are often drawn to Sigmas, as their coolness under pressure and logical mind is often a source of strength for others in situations of danger or high pressure. Fear of failure does not exist to Sigma males, and they see this solely as a learning opportunity to grow and develop more. Failure is a source of inspiration for a Sigma male, and this confidence is another reason why they can be so magnetic as people. Because of their fiercely independent nature, Sigma males will not be controlled by others in any situation, even if it causes a confrontation. Sigmas have learned to deal with the world by themselves and are already very capable people, so when they encounter someone who is trying to manipulate or control them, they'll often react very poorly, leading to confrontation of the issue immediately. This kind of behaviour is so alien to a Sigma who doesn't need to control others to express or exert themselves on the world, that they'll reject it entirely and have more than enough self-confidence and a keen mind to observe this kind of behaviour and quickly rectify the situation if it doesn't suit them. Because of the willful independence and self-efficiency of Sigma males, they don't let what anyone says about them get to them whatsoever. They've spent most of their lives alone, relying on self-affirmation alone to fuel their desire to strive and succeed. Because of this, when others give their opinions, Sigmas don't often take this into consideration as they've already established a strong sense of self-belief. Because they don't rely on the affirmations of social groups or scenarios for their confidence, Sigmas can easily brush off criticism of others because they know their opinions are nowhere near as important as their own. They've carved out a strong identity for themselves for years, and this won't easily be shook by others making a few idle comments about them. These are just a few of the key traits that Sigmas often exhibit. They live outside of the conventional hierarchies that have been shown in the world that we live in today, and this makes them both formidable and mysterious creatures to most humans. If you find some familiarity with the content of this video, you could also be a Sigma soul.